Hello, welcome back to another episode of Eco Warrior. I am Malu from Ecotourism Bali, and today I'm interviewing Aska from Mana Kitchen. Hello, Aska.
Hi, Malu.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Would you like to introduce yourself to
Sure,
the
sure.
audience? Yeah?
I'm Aska from Mana Kitchen. I'm the founder and owner of Mana Kitchen.
Okay, thank you. Could you tell us more about Mana Kitchen?
Sure. Mana Kitchen is run by Mana Earthly Paradise, which is made up of eco villas, farm to table to farm restaurant, and a conscious shop. So Mana Kitchen, and I would like to call it a sustainable and regenerative restaurant, where we try to be sustainable as possible to make the world a better place through our food that we provide.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell us about your insights, implementation of sustainability into Mana Kitchen?
Sure. So my husband and I are the co-founders of Mana. We worked in the international development sector for the past 2 decades or so, and we've seen a lot of social problems and environmental problems around the world. And a lot of it is associated with the way we live, the way we eat, the way we dress, everything pretty much that we do. And so we wanted to address those problems through sustainable practices that we implement here.
Which sustainable development goals do you focus on? And could you please explain us?
Yes, we focus on climate action for sure. We also focus on clean energy, as well as life on land, life below water, and also responsible consumption and production.
Okay, nice. What challenge do you face in running sustainable business? And how did you, what are the solutions of it?
There are a lot of challenges. I would say there is no company in the world that are truly 100% sustainable just yet, but that's where we need to be headed at. And so, this is a journey, this is an ongoing journey. So no one is perfect, but yeah, there are a lot of challenges to overcome in that journey. For example, the biggest challenge would be the balance between profitability, and impact.
Ah, okay.
So we're always, faced with a choice between profitability and sustainability. So I think that the solution is, where is the overlapping section, where, some practices can be sustainable and profitable, right? And so I think the key is really to find that overlapped section.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I think a lot of companies who are not sustainable focus more about profit.
Yeah.
And that is like, I think, yeah, really not good how it should be. It should not be like this. So it's really nice that you focus on sustainability and also like balancing in profit with it. It is possible. You show them that it's possible.
Yeah, that's our aim. We want to let the world know this is possible.
Yeah.
Not just to be sustainable, but to be regenerative.
Yeah.
Because that's what the earth needs right now.
Yeah, that's really great. Yeah.
Thank you.
And during time overseeing sustainability, what has been the most memorable event you've handled?
The pandemic, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's related directly to sustainability, but as a sustainable business, majority of the people who are interested in sustainability came from overseas.
Yeah.
And so when the country closed its border, we had no one come in, and the only customers that we had at that time were domestic tourists, right? And domestic tourists at that time weren't exactly interested in sustainability, but they did start to come. So we had to turn ourselves more of a hospitality business that were sustainable, instead of sustainability business that's hospitality. You know what I mean? So that was a learning process, and we got to be, I think we got to be a hospitality business that is sustainable, because that's what the customers were needing. And that's a good wake-up call to sustainable businesses. People are not going to come just because we're sustainable, but we have to offer the needs of our customers. And so, yeah, that was a wake-up call for us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can imagine. That is like the other way around. Yeah.
Right.
Um, like how do you envision Bali in the next 5 years, and especially when it comes to tourism?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really difficult question to answer because it's not just up to one person or one business.
Yeah.
It takes collective effort and collective impact, right? I think there's a lot of interest and enthusiasm to make Bali sustainable, especially in terms of tourism. There are a lot of actors that are trying to achieve that, but it's not, the movement is not big enough, and we don't have enough interest and collaboration coming from certain stakeholders. But I think the movement really should be navigated by the government. Um, I think there needs to be policy in place and regulations in place. There's a lot of, after the pandemic, you know, a lot of um, capital came into Bali, a lot of new projects and new constructions coming into Bali, and we see a lot of changes that are happening. But I think, you know, after the pandemic, we have a big chance, big opportunity to turn this into sustainable tourism destination. And we need to do this right, you know, and I'm hoping that in 5 years we will achieve this. But right now, I can't say that we have enough effort, enough interest coming from all the stakeholders that are involved.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with you. I think we just need hope and make people more aware, and
Yeah.
hopefully there will be more efforts.
Yeah, but I feel like Bali has so much potential, you know,
Yeah.
for sustainable tourism.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
You know, so why not achieve this and be the role model for sustainable tourism, you know, for the world?
Yeah.
Then I feel like you would attract a lot of tourists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel so too. Yeah. For the next question, I was wondering. Well, I saw that Mana Kitchen achieved assignment self-assignment within component A, water pollution, and also component G with pollution reduction. Can you tell us how you achieved these components?
Sure. So I filled out the survey when I get the link to it by, I think, email from you guys, and I kind of want to see where we are in terms of those topics. So in terms of water conservation, we harvest rainwater, so we don't touch the subat water. Subat water, you know, is the water that comes from the mountain, and those water is for the Balinese local communities because they're all farmers, right? And so we didn't want to take their water, and so but there's plenty of water coming from the sky in Bali, and so we catch the rainwater, we filter it, and we use them throughout the facility here. We also used water-saving toilets. Also, we use water-saving shower heads as well. So any water-saving technologies that are available, we are incorporating here.
Wow, that's great. And can you tell us also about component G, the pollution reduction?
Sure. So we wanted to treat our wastewater in the proper way, and so we have a wastewater management system, and this is also basically resembling the natural environment's way of filtering wastewater, right? And so we have wastewater garden. Our wastewater goes into the wastewater septic tank first, and then goes into the wastewater garden, and the plants themselves will filter our wastewater, and then it goes back into nature. And so the water that comes out of the wastewater garden, the water that goes in is like almost black color, but then when it comes out, it's clear.
Wow.
And we also test the water that comes out as well every now and then to make sure we're not polluting the environment.
Yeah. Okay, so good. Yeah.
We also don't use any chemical in any of the soap that we use here. And so, yeah, I mean, if you're using chemical in our water, then that will kill all the plants in the wastewater garden.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we can say for sure that we're not using any chemical here.
Okay. Wow, that's so amazing. Like
Thank
that
you.
it's possible also. I didn't even know. Then
Great.
and for the next question, actually I wanted to ask you if you have like a message for the people to inspire them and to tell them that sustainability is like important for business. Yeah.
Yes, so my background is really international development and sustainability. I also worked for a long time in climate change as well. For a fact, I know sustainability is something all of us everyone on earth and all the businesses in the world have to put great importance on. Especially because businesses have such a huge potential to make a change. A lot of the problems, unfortunately, were created by our economic systems, and corporates and businesses are responsible for it. And I don't want to blame just the corporates and businesses, because we, as humans, we all benefit from this economic system, and so we all have to be responsible. But businesses have a huge chance to turn this around. And so I think it's significantly important for all businesses to start incorporating sustainable practices. And a lot of businesses say that it's costly and it's difficult and sure, but then this is something that we definitely have to do. And no one is saying you have to be sustainable tomorrow. No one is saying you have to you have to incorporate 100% of sustainability tomorrow. But you got to start somewhere, and it's possible to start where you can. But make the small step towards the sustainable world is, I think, we all need to aim to be at.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's my message for the society.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like, yeah, it is a journey. You just have to start, and you don't have to begin big, because the step will be too big and the motivation will be maybe too small.
Right.
But just starting and see the results of it will make a big change already.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is the only planet we have. So.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's important to keep this planet.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We know now that Mana Kitchen is focused on really like healthy food. It's farm to farm, and it's all sustainable. It's like a circle almost. It just, it's doing so great. And yeah, you should all be, I think, inspired by it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you at the next episode of Eco Warrior. Bye.
Bye.